Just had to take a swig.
Take a swig. Welcome to episode 12 of The Potter. 12 weeks now.
Insane.
Every week I say, like, whoa. Is it? Yeah, it's 12,
At what
not
point will
11.
it become a normal thing and not like,
Or wait, is it
wow,
11?
we're on this week?
Is it 11? I thought we did 11, but I also feel like we did.
I
Let
have
me
to
see.
let me refer to my accountant.
Let me see.
We are on
I hope
11.
Oh, we're on 11.
Well,
All right.
I think so, yeah.
We're technically on 12 because I did that little bonus show.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
That doesn't count. So we're on 11. It's kind of underwhelming now, but
It ain't no
whatever.
12, but it'll do.
It'll do. Next week will be 12.
Then we can go crazy about it. I'm like, what? 12? No
What?
way.
Episode 12. What?
Just last week it was 11, and now it's 12.
We can lose our minds next week. What's going on, Carson? What's new in your week?
Finals. Everyone is begging for their
Scrambling.
time. Everyone's like, I want you to do this, this, and this.
They're
I want you to hand
scrambling.
all this in. You know, everything? Yeah, I want that. I want it all.
I want it all.
Even the
I
things that are
want
doing
more.
other classes, I want you to customize it for this class and then resubmit.
Yeah, I want customize it for that class and just send it back in.
It's
They like
really testing me. The things
Is
I
it
have
really?
to do are unbelievable.
Do you have that much? Is it a lot?
Well,
'Cause
I've got like a business plan thing and a final. That's like a final thing that has to be like fully done. I'm pretty much done that. Might have to
Right. Do you have any exams?
proofread. Yeah, I got an
Exam?
exam next week for
One or-
history.
You got one or two?
I'm pretty sure I just have one.
Okay.
I feel like they would tell me, other classes would tell me by now if I had a different one.
Yeah. Cuz I got two, one after the other. One's the 11th, one's the 12th.
Damn.
Just bang them out and then out of there.
I think mine's the
Other than that-
12th. I'm not positive on that though.
All right. Well, you want to get on that. Could be the 4th.
It's the 6th. Probably is.
Yeah.
I think it. Let me check that. Let me refer to
Other
my
than
database here.
Your database. Other than that, I have. What do I got? I got 2 projects. That's it, and I'm trying
December
to finish.
12th.
Yeah, there you go. They like to let it linger.
Yeah.
I feel bad for anyone that has. They go all the way to the 19th.
Yeah.
It's like
You're
Christmas
a sucker
Eve.
if you got it on 19th.
Oh, that's tough. Unless you really need the time. Otherwise, it just kind of sucks.
It'd be, you know, it would really suck though if you have one. I mean, it'd probably kind of be good for studying, but it'd kind of suck if you had one on like December 10th, whatever, like the first day possible, and then one on December
Yeah.
19th, the last day possible.
Yeah, it'd be like, damn.
That would be like, I don't need that much time. Chill.
Or if you had just an open book on the 19th. Because then
Yeah.
it's like you don't
That's
even need
just
to
an
study.
insult.
And it's just like they hang it over your head.
Yeah, that's just an insult
Just
at
to
that
keep
point.
it there. Yeah, that's not right. What else? Yeah, I got 2 projects. I got one where I gotta make a nice little pattern, a nice little digital textile pattern.
I see.
Um,
Digital textile.
Yeah, so it's like photoshopping patterns and
Little.
all that.
Ooh.
You get a little nice color
Is it
palette
gonna be like
going.
when you zoom out and it's like the face of some famous person?
Yeah, and then you zoom in, and that's like all this intricate work.
Yeah, you zoom in, it's like just random colors placed around.
Yeah.
And then you zoom out, it's like someone's face or something.
No, that'd be cool, but no. It's like what you'd see on, I don't know, kids' pajamas. You know, those kind of patterns? Where they
Yeah.
have like the matching set, and then it's like all these, I don't know, what do they put on those? Like beavers? You got like a bunch of beavers all scattered around. It's like that kind of stuff. Which is, it's nice. It's nice to make.
So it's sort of like a pattern that you can just tile on things.
Yeah, basically. And then it's like, then you learn how to work it with the Photoshop and the Illustrator. So then it's like, it acts as like a color basically. So then you can just like,
Is it just like a swatch type of thing and then you can just go
yeah,
you just like
yeah,
start
it's a
painting with it?
swatch. Yeah, exactly. So then you can just like fill a space
Nice.
with it. So last week I had to make like visualizations of the stuff. So I took like a phone case and then like cut that or like selected that, and then you just fill it
The beavers.
with the beavers, the bees. So stuff like that. I do that. That's my.
Are you
like,
able
big-
to leak what you're tiling on your stuff?
I don't even know yet, to be honest.
You're still thinking
Should know.
You could do beavers.
I could. Do
Or would
beavers.
roots come after
No,
you?
I'm doing. What's my thing? It's like road trips. So I'm road trips to like if you're going to like cottage
Wagon.
country or something like that. Yeah, a nice
A wagon and a caravan.
Yeah, that's the plan. Something like that.
All right. I like it.
So
I'll take
I
10
do
pairs of
my-
pajamas.
10 pairs of pajamas for the whole fam. Kid out the whole fam.
Not just for me.
Just for you.
One for
Every
each day of the
night.
week and then some spares so I can
Yeah.
cycle the
Mess 'em
washing.
up. Yeah, there you go. Because 2 pairs wouldn't be enough to do that.
No.
Gotta go.
You have to start flipping them inside out, upside down.
What else? Then I do a little presentation, crank out the exams, and then it's smooth sailing. We're off to the races. To Christmas.
I cannot wait for a nice Christmas break.
I know. How long do we have? I don't know when we go back. I think it's like a solid month though. I think we go back on like
Yeah.
the 14th.
Yeah, we go back like January 14th or something like that.
Woo, that's nice.
It is nice.
That's nice. Going from the 2 weeks to now doubling that's something.
That is something, all right.
Then what do we got? And then we're done April or is it May?
Depends when
no
your
idea.
exams are.
But it could linger into May is the idea.
Yeah.
Damn. That's
I'm pretty sure
Eh,
it always lingers into May if you have an exam.
Yeah, okay.
I think
Okay.
the exams start around like May 1st-ish or something like that. And then
What do you like better, exams or projects?
right now, I wouldn't mind a mean exam for one of these classes.
Just to really test you.
Just instead of the project.
Trade in
Screw
the
the project. Trade it in. I'll take
Trade
a
it in.
fat exam. Quiz me whatever you want.
Yeah.
I've got the knowledge. It's just the execution. I'm not having it.
It's a sloppy execution.
Yeah.
It's just all over the place.
And there's just
Okay.
so many things. It's hard to like draw using a mouse, and
What are you doing? Drawing using a mouse?
I gotta do floor plans and lighting plans and storyboards.
I think drawing with a mouse is one of the worst things to ever have to do.
I think entering mathematical equations using a keyboard and mouse is actually worse
Oh, that's
because
yeah,
you got to know the
no,
key
but-
binds. You're like
Yeah,
at that point you're
that's true.
programming.
But no, just drawing. Like try and write your name with a mouse in MS Paint. That's awful.
It's art.
It's awful. You look like you're 4 years old trying to write.
I look like I'm 4 years old when I handwrite as well, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I can
It's a
write
real
as
mess.
good with a mouse as I can with a pencil, which is kind of scary.
That's pretty concerning. To be honest. I don't think Carter has ever handwritten something since like I don't
Grade
even know,
6.
probably like 8th grade. Yeah, so grade 6. I don't think he's handwritten since grade 6. He keeps a laptop on him at all times.
Well, it was
Anything.
nice when we had the, what do you call them? Like, you know, when the army
Stylus?
hands out the weapons to
Oh,
everyone, it's like the standard
Yeah.
issue. It's the standard issue. I think that's it. That's
Yeah.
what we had. We had the laptops for standard issue.
Yeah.
School was give us the laptop. No choices,
Yeah.
just this laptop exactly.
There you go. Yeah.
Standard issue. They you pay for it. They give it to you. Here you go. But they had
everyone's the same.
yeah. Everyone's the same.
Yeah.
If you didn't put stickers on it, you had no idea which one's yours until you try to like
Exactly.
log in.
Yeah.
You had to open it up, power it because they're probably old dad,
Yeah.
and then just realize, it's not even mine.
Confused. Who's this? Who's leaving this around? Oh, boy.
But yeah, they
I
had a
always-
touch screen and a stylus, and the stylus was pretty great for math class and stuff. You could just write down the
That's
equations really
true.
easy.
But I hated.
yeah, drawing them with a mouse would have been hell. That was
Yeah,
one
you
good
know
thing
when-
about them.
But you know when you have like you're writing and then you have like the whole side of your hand like on the screen, and
Yeah,
then all of a sudden it just wants to like glitch out and go.
yeah, and it starts touching everywhere on the screen.
Yeah, and then you're like, what the hell is this?
It's supposed to have like a palm detection thing that like doesn't detect palms or whatever on the touch
Yeah, but
screen
then
or
it
what
then
stars on the screen. But then you lift your stars and it's like blah, 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 blah.
yeah, then it just goes ham. Just goes ham.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you gotta love a nice standard issue laptop.
One of my
Standard
favorite
issue school
stories of those
laptop.
laptops is the charger that was just blowing up all the
Ah.
laptops.
Okay, I'll tell the story. Um, it's a pretty good. It was funny, but we were in math class. We were just sitting there, and then one of the friends' chargers just wasn't. His laptop wasn't turning on, and his laptop was plugged in. And he's like, "What is going on with this?" So he's like, "Justin, can I borrow your charger?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Here you go." And so I'm like, I wonder if it's your charger that's broken. Here, let me try it on mine, and then we can see. I just assumed the charger would just be broken rather than be this just. I don't even know what
You
call
thought
it.
you'd plug it in, it would just wouldn't charge. You'd be like, okay. yeah.
Exactly. So then I plugged it in, and my laptop just goes pop, and then dead, screen dead, and then you
You
can
just
kind
hear
of
crack,
smell
and then
it.
everything is
You
black.
You can smell it, like something went severely wrong. So then I unplug it. I'm like, I don't know what is wrong with this thing, but it did something real bad. And then another friend came along, and he's like, guys, I have a presentation next. Let me see that charger. And then he plugs it into his laptop.
You hear crack.
God, same thing. Okay, so now it's 3 laptops cooked. They're all, you can smell them all. at this point.
Stacked like ice cream sandwiches.
Stacked. And then so we send the first guy whose charger it was, we send him to take them all to the
IT department guy.
to the IT department. He's like, guys, let me take them. It's my fault. It's my charger. Let me take them. So he takes them down, and I go like maybe 20 minutes later just to see like how it's going, what needs to happen, and he was not having it. He was like, what are you guys doing? How do you do this with 3 laptops? It's 3. The first one, okay. Second one, maybe. But 3, I'm like, I don't know. We were just trying to make it work. And then I can't tell you about the third one. I don't know what was up with that. But
That one's out of my hands.
Third one was out of my hands. But the first 2.
God,
I
the
can
second
tell
you plug that in, you're probably getting 120 volts straight to the motherboard.
Yeah.
Just-
so then what he told me was, yeah, the charger was like not, what is that? I don't even know any of these words. It's not like converting the power properly. So
Yeah.
it's just like that box, because all the chargers that have a box, that's what converts the power for the laptop to actually like take it. And it wasn't doing that. It was
yeah,
just
it's supposed to
sending
convert it from
straight.
AC to DC, I think, to charge the battery.
Right.
But it was just blasting 120 volts straight from the outlet,
Straight.
straight to the motherboard.
Because a single outlet can charge, I think it's like 10 laptops at the same time. A single outlet that's how much power it comes through. And so
So it was
that's what
just
that
sending it
box
all
does.
to one laptop. Just
Yeah, so it was sending the power of like charging 10 laptops to one, and it just cooked. I think it was the motherboard that it cooked. But I assume
Yeah.
the battery had some issue too.
You're lucky the battery didn't explode. that could have been really bad.
Oh my god. Those things could have been like bombs.
It's all good until you plug it in and you just hear psst,
Yeah.
and then just start spraying acid everywhere.
Thank God. I guess they have some kind of safety thing.
You'd
I
think
guess
the phones have that. They have like a little thing in the charger that checks, is this like the correct charger? Is it the correct voltage? Is it everything correct? All
Yeah.
right, then go to the battery. Otherwise, it just doesn't charge. I guess the
Yeah.
laptops didn't have that. There's like, you've connected. Okay. Boom.
No, you know what it was like? The motherboard was like, you know how you have your breakers
Yeah.
in the basement? Like all your, the fuses? It's like it blew a fuse. It was blowing the
Except it just
motherboard.
blew everything on the motherboard.
Yeah.
I wonder how much damage it really did. Like, did it just fry the one spot in the motherboard where the power comes in, or did it just like go straight to the CPU as well and just like fry everything?
No, I don't think it fried everything, because I think all it had to replace was the motherboard. Thank goodness these warranties are free, though. That's why no one cared about their computers. is because all
Remember the time you were
warranty,
playing
like,
catch your laptop in the parking lot?
no,
You
we
were
don't talk
spinning
about
it,
that. We
spinning it
don't
in your
talk
hand.
like a
not even-
pizza, like a basketball on one finger.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then you
God.
flipped it one time, missed the cat, and here go, Gah! On the pavement, just
But-
completely flat. Like it didn't bounce
okay.
or keep rolling. It just went, Gah! And stopped dead.
But it was completely fine.
You opened it up, perfectly fine. Started right up.
Perfectly fine. Because the screens were plastic too.
Yeah, those things
were
are built
really-
like tanks.
Those things were meant for this. They know it there.
Yeah,
Like,
they were meant to get
those
thrashed.
computers, they were no MacBook. If everyone had MacBooks then, they would be.
Can you
destroyed.
imagine the amount of like glass on the desks from the screens? You like put your
Yeah.
hand down and just put it like, oh, I put my hand in a pile of glass. Okay.
Yeah. No. it
That's one.
would've,
The plastic screens were pretty awful. They like smudges all of them and stuff that you couldn't get rid of, and they started like
And, oh,
bubble and like peel in the
if you had-
corners.
If you had, like, when it was a nice day and the teacher was like, okay, you can go outside for class today, that was like a great time.
It was.
But on a laptop,
Yeah.
like, these are the darkest screens possible. Like, so dim.
And also
Zero.
the computer is black, so it gets really hot really quick, and the
It's
batteries die really
cooking.
quick, and you're out in the middle of the sunlight.
The field. You're out in the middle of a field. You can't see the screen whatsoever. You're trying to have brightness on full blast.
Yeah.
It dies within 45 minutes. Not even. Like half an hour. Cooking.
The trials and tribulations of the standard issue
Of that.
laptops.
Yeah. But it's like anything to just stay outside for class.
Plastic
put
screens,
up with it
they
all.
weren't great, but honestly, I think they were a good decision because I could
Yeah,
not
they were.
imagine the hell that would become
Because
the
even
desks and the floors if they had glass screens.
okay, but even picture like the amount of times you've just kind of tossed your backpack, or like your backpack.
Open it
has
up to just a pile of glass.
yeah, like the amount of times like a backpack has just gotten tossed. Oh my god.
The
I
best is
can't-
on the
I-
way to lunch. Everyone's rushing because they're starving. Throw their backpack. You just hear boom on the wall and it lands like, oh, that was straight laptop.
Straight laptop. I
Normally it would
remember
just go whoosh and like fall over, but every once in a while you'd hear it go boom up against like the wall or something.
I'd be like, that was.
That was no
That was-
textbook. That was
I
too
think-
plasticky.
I think that's what. I think we said that the most about you. I feel like you would toss your bag and we'd say, all laptop, all laptop. I feel like it was you because
I
that's
had
all you
nothing
kept-
in there except my
Yeah.
laptop and the
Yeah,
charger.
so it had to have been. All it could have been in your bag was the laptop.
I might have had some spare shoes in there, but that was about it.
That was, nah,
Mainly,
always-
it was going straight laptop though.
I don't even. Well, I don't know what I would bring, but
We were given
Never-
lockers, but I never needed my textbooks. I always just left them in there and then just went to class on my computer.
yeah, I think I did the same because I don't.
And if a class
think
did
I ever
require it, you
really
just
used it.
Google like the name of the textbook PDF or
And then
something.
it's there. It's there. Everything PDF. Search up anything PDF and you got it.
It's true. Unless they got
great.
some strict copyright. If it's like 15, 20 years old, it's on there for sure.
Someone's finding a way. Someone's got the Dropbox link for sure.
The Dropbox. The sketchy as all hell Dropbox.
Sketchy Dropbox link.
Not the Bitly link.
Yeah, the Bitly link.
You get served all sorts
You
of
never want a
ads.
Bitly. You never want a Bitly.
No.
If you ever find a Bitly link to any kind of textbook or anything, in
Bitly's
life,
worked on improving their reputation, but yeah, like 5 years ago, that was the sketchiest thing to click on.
yeah, Bitly means like it's the worst. It's the worst. You never want a Bitly. I don't even know. Like, what's Bitly's purpose? What do they?
It shortens links, so rather than going to like
some
mywebsite.com slash this file name slash this textbook slash this year, all that stuff.
Yeah, okay.
You just go like
click-
bit.ly slash xwaeio or whatever.
No, okay, and then that's a quick thing just to
Yeah.
send. I see. Still though, I'm not trusting no Bitly. Send me the real thing if you if you're gonna send me a link.
I want
send me
the
real
source.
one. I want the source. Yeah, never really needed textbooks. I don't even know if now. Yeah, I guess now we need them.
That thing you brought up is so true. I'm just remembering being in like English class, and then every once in a while, like, oh, it's a sunny day. Do you guys want to go outside to read or something,
Mhm.
or to work on your stuff? And I'd always say yes because I don't want to be in class. I want to go outside where it's
whatever you
nice.
gotta do to just get outside.
Yeah,
Whatever you
it's
gotta
nice
do.
out.
Hmm.
It's a break from school. You've been at school for 6 hours already.
Yeah, and you're just ready.
Yeah,
To
so
just
then you
do
go out
anything.
there, look at the screen, you can't see a thing.
Can't see nothing. You do.
You
You
end
don't
up
get
like,
anything done.
if you have your book with you, you try to get your book and put it over so you can like get some shade, maybe not.
Uh-huh.
Still useless. It's still too bright out.
Okay, but what's awful too is like the laptop is cooking hot.
Yeah,
You're sitting on like
grass,
there'd be
like
that
dry
one plate-
grass.
Yeah, you're sitting on dry grass. Now you're like hot. Now you're like sweating because you're just sitting in the sun.
With a black laptop, that's sitting on you.
Cooking on you. Plus, you're trying to focus somewhat too.
You're trying to like read or something.
So like the combination of everything, it makes it. It's probably a less pleasant experience than if you're just like stayed in the classroom.
I don't know. Sometimes when the class got real quiet, and all you could hear was the AC and like the teacher walking around, it was a little uncomfortable.
It was a little much. Just read
Yeah.
for an hour.
Or even more disturbing is if you're just sitting there reading and then the teacher's trying to help someone next to you, but they're like whispering in your ear.
Yeah.
It's just kind of uncomfortable. I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, it's quite the
Going
experience.
outside was nice and peaceful. You'd hear a couple birds, maybe a little bit of a breeze. In there, you just get your teacher whispering in your ear.
Yeah, and it's not. You don't want it. You don't want it.
No.
You don't want it.
Or worse, they get you to act it out.
Act out the. I kind of like that.
It was fun, but at the same time,
It was a lot.
it was
Sometimes
an
was a
interesting
lot.
take on learning because you got to be involved in it rather than just, hey, let me just read this passage. You actually got to like have some fun with
do
it. Throw a cloak on or whatever and go to town. But
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people didn't enjoy it. So, like, if you got to your part, it'd be fun. But then other people were doing it like, Romeo,
Yeah.
Romeo.
Hear thy Romeo. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. But then the day's over. The day ends and you're free. Oh, you know what always the class? I think it would be from between like noon and 1 right before lunch. That one.
That was a struggle.
Because you're starving. Because I would always get hungry. Like, I would get over the hunger by the end of the class.
Yeah.
At the beginning of that class, like right around
Yeah. By the
11:30
at
to
the
noon.
beginning of that class, you'd be
Ooh,
super hungry.
Starving.
And then you'd be like, okay, when's lunch? You look at the clock, 20 minutes have passed. You're like, no way.
No way. We
You're like,
still
it's
got,
been
like,
40 minutes. I know it. And they're like, all right,
Yeah.
I'll just continue my work. You continue work. And usually in silence because everyone's hungry. No one talks. Teacher will like
Mhm.
do 20, 30 minutes of showing you what to do. And then you get like the next 30 minutes to just do it or whatever. Or
Yeah.
try to catch up on homework, whatever.
Yeah.
And then in that 30 minutes where it's just silent, you will check the clock every 5 minutes.
Every 5 minutes. You're
And
just
it's every
looking.
every 5 minutes you'll check, but you'll feel like it's been 20.
Yeah.
You're
no,
like, oh, we
it's-
got to be close to lunch now. What? It's been 5 minutes? No way. Check again. It's
I
been 10? No way.
This is bringing back the memory of like sometimes I would sit in a spot like had a weird angle on the clock where you had to like turn around to see it, but like no one else. I don't know.
Teacher's like, am I disturbing
There's,
you?
like-
Am I wasting your
there's, like,
time? You got somewhere to be?
No, there's like a weird angle where other people couldn't see it, so then I would have to like map out how long we had left, and we would always break it down into 5-minute segments. So I would put up like I would put up like 7 with my fingers, and then another 5.
You're throwing
to say
hand signs
Yeah, I'd be like, we
to
have 7
signify what time it was to everyone?
Yeah, we have 7 segments.
You're the
of 5
messenger.
minutes left. Yeah, that's how you would have to do it. Because looking at the clock and seeing like 45 minutes is depressing. So you got to break it down. Actually, hearing 9 minutes of 5 minutes is kind of no. It sounds better. It's got to sound better. You just get through each 5-minute stint, and then
Take
you're
it 5
free.
minutes at a time.
Take it 5 minutes at a time. That's how you gotta manage the hunger.
But yeah, by the
Hunger class.
time you get to the last like 20 minutes of the class, you wouldn't even be hungry anymore. You'd just be past that
Mhm.
point.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to lunch and you're just like, eh.
You just like
The most depressing though is when you get to
Yeah.
lunch and it would be something that you don't even like.
you're like, damn,
Just
this is
a
what I
slap-
waited
slap
for.
in the
This is what- it's a slap in the face.
This is what
Once
I
you
didn't
get
pay
through
attention
that-
in class for. But then they
Yeah.
usually have like soups and sandwiches and stuff, so you can still go in there and get something good. It's just like, you're expecting like a nice warm meal.
Something
You
real
were
nice,
fantasizing in
but-
class about like some awesome burgers or pizza or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it's haggis. And you're like, I didn't even know you made
Are
that.
you allowed to make this? Is this something you can serve us? Oh boy. Yeah. But then you're
Or it's
free.
like meatloaf. And you're like, I mean, it's all right.
It's
I'll
like-
eat it. But I wasn't really praying in class for meatloaf.
I wouldn't have chose this. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have chose it. But then you're free, and then you get out of there. Because now I drop my sisters off and pick them up. It's leaving out of there, because the way you have to leave is it's like a little driveway out onto a main street, and I always make the right, but then there's also cars making the left.
T-Bone
know if it-
Central.
I don't know if it's going crazier, but it is quite the mission getting out of there. Because when you're in the right lane, there's
Big
always a car.
SUV on the left.
Yeah, well, like
You're in a
I'll
little
drive-
sedan.
No.
They're
I
waving
drove
and
that-
flapping at you to get out of the car.
Yeah,
You just gotta just floor it. You gotta pray no one's coming. You gotta
gotta
get
pray
out
no
of
one's
there.
coming. No, I drive the SUV now because like the first couple times I was just driving the low sedan, and everyone's got an SUV now, so they
Yeah.
just pull up beside you, and you're not seeing nothing.
No.
You gotta wait for them, and they're trying to make a left, so you're waiting.
Yeah,
like,
so then they go, and then the
crazy
next person pulls up
long.
and blocks you again. You're like, come on, what is
come
this?
on.
Some sort of circus?
Oh yeah, what is this?
I would purposely, because I drove an SUV, sit back behind the sign so the person in
See,
the right
that's
lane
right.
could see, because they'd pull up in front of the sign, and then I
Right.
could look behind the sign through some branches and see the traffic coming.
Yeah. What I think they got to do is clear all that area, because there's a spot where there's.
They just
these
need a
two,
light
like-
at this point.
They really do need a light.
Like,
yeah.
just leave the light off when it's not times people like are off and coming and leaving.
Right.
But when it's like
yeah.
end of school, turn that thing
Just
on.
turn it on, get it
and
going,
just-
get people flowing out of
Yeah.
there. Because what I'll sometimes do is if we're like, it mainly happens in the morning when we're going there, I'll slow down. Like I'll look at the oncoming and I'll see, okay, no one's coming. I'll slow down to a stop and just be flashing the high beams, getting everyone out of there, and you'll get like a good 7 or 8 cars just flow out.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
Once
everyone
once you flash the lights, they take no prisoners.
No prison, everyone's just flowing out of
They're
there.
just
then Like even when you,
it's like you're sitting right at the fence at a NASCAR race.
yeah, just they're all ripping that corner. Tires squealing, ripping that corner, launching it down the street.
They're not even looking left or right. They're just going. They trust.
They're just going. Well, even when you leave, I don't remember it as much as when we were leaving, but I remember it now. Like you have to basically launch it out of there, because the only opportunity you're gonna get, like to go, is short. So you just gotta get out as soon as you can and then launch it to get up to speed. So it's quite the scene. Was that what it was like? I feel like it's crazier, but I don't remember. Do you
It was
remember,
always
Chris?
kind of crazy.
It was always kind of crazy. I don't know how I did it in a low sedan for that like year. That must have been a challenge. I don't remember it whatsoever. I think, well, we had it easy when it would be when we had the radio show, because then it's like
Then you're leaving. There's
5:30.
no one even there.
No one's there
on the
No one's
streets or
there.
at the school.
Yeah, no one's there. Everyone's home. Everyone said enough's enough.
Everyone's home eating
Right.
dinner. We're
Home
hungry.
eating dinner.
We're tired. We want to go home.
Yeah. Enough.
We're not even gonna look when we're leaving the school. We're just pulling out.
We're just going. We're just going. No looking. No looking either way. We're just flowing out of there.
It's just a
Oh,
straight
boy.
line all the way home.
Straight line all the way home. Just get out of there. I remember you always had the longer commute. Cause I remember, cause I had for me it was short, and then for
Yeah.
you got quite the journey. You got multiple lights. You got multiple.
Yeah, but a
multiple
lot of it is
streets.
just straight lines, so it's pretty calm.
You're just flowing until you get a train.
Yeah, but at
Would
that
you
point
ever
you
get
got
the
the
train?
forest to calm you down. I would get it a couple times, I think.
Yeah.
It was rare though, because they're not usually scheduled for that. They're scheduled after dinnerish
Right.
time, like
Yeah, okay.
8 p.m. probably.
Yeah. keep
Actually, now you
moving
mention,
right
I hear a train right now.
then. Oh, really? I
Yeah,
guess they go at just whatever times are not rush hour.
they would try to get me in the mornings though.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really have
Damn.
anything at night that was near when I was on the road, but in the morning, if I left at the point where I would just be getting to school before I'm late, like what was it, like 8:30, you had to be in
Yeah,
morning
'cause
meeting.
you would leave it
If
at
I
like the
would
cusp.
if I were to leave and get there
Mm-hmm.
right at, like if I were to get to school at 8:31, right there closing the doors of my meeting, if I were to
Right.
just get it dialed in where I'd be getting, like not even just parking but in the door at 8:31, they'd just every time be a train. I sometimes would get in front of it
Yeah.
just by a couple seconds, and sometimes I'd just have to sit and wait it out, take the late slip.
Yeah. Take the late slip.
But usually I didn't
remember-
leave it that late. Usually I got to school like what, like 8:15 something.
Yeah, you got pretty good. But I remember there was sometimes like because I would just sit in the car and wait for you because I really had nowhere to go, and then I'd just be waiting. It'd be like 8:28, still weren't there. I was like, okay, I gotta go at this point.
Yeah, but usually I'd pull up
But-
right when you left, and then I just
That's
book
true.
it to the meeting.
That's true. Yeah, you were.
You can't be chancing that I might be stuck behind a train. Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah,
Stuck
who
behind multiple
knows?
trains.
Multiple
Trains broken down. They're just sitting there.
I remember
That's happened
one-
before. That's the worst.
I think it was what, multiple trains?
No, a train that breaks down and they stop on the
Oh.
crossing.
Yeah, no, that's awful. That can't even be your fault. You shouldn't even get a late slip for that, really.
They don't care. I've said my school in Florida. When I went to school in Florida, if you said like, "Oh,
Traffic.
there was a bridge between my house and the school, and if boats
Yeah.
wanted to go through, they'd lift it." And obviously, the boats are way more random than a train schedule.
Yeah, that's true. So
And it
they would
wasn't
take
it wasn't
that
a
into
small
account.
bridge. It was like a pretty tall. It wasn't wide, but it was a pretty tall bridge. So it'd be like a pretty big
Uh-huh.
boat for the bridge to get raised.
Right.
But yeah, when
Right.
the bridge gets raised, you're sitting there for 5-7 minutes roughly.
What was this bridge going? Where was it going? Was it like over?
It was connecting the sort of like islandish area that I was on to the islandish area that my school was on.
Were you on an island, or were you still
Technically a key.
a key? A key.
And then I went on an island to school. But it's not like an island like far out from land.
yeah,
it
it's
was
just
like-
a bridge. It's a little bridge away.
Yeah, it's like I don't know.
It's a bridge.
Probably 200-foot bridge, maybe. Not too long.
Yeah, okay, but just disconnected by water.
Yeah, it was pretty tall. It was a tall bridge
Yeah.
because, I don't know, I guess to clear more boats or something. And there's like
I guess so.
businesses under the bridge as well, like to do jet
Right.
skis and boat renting and stuff.
Yeah,
and-
okay. So you were on like you were basically in a resort land area, kinda, or no?
Not really.
Oh, okay. It
But yeah,
sounds like
if
it.
I got
Sounds
to
like a
school late
vacation,
because of the
like-
bridge, I could just say, "Hey, we were gonna make it, but the bridge went." And then I'd be, "Oh, okay, it's fine. We'll just excuse your tardiness,"
Yeah.
as they would call it.
your tardiness. It sounds like a great time down there.
But yeah,
what I'm picturing in my mind is just
at the school
sunny
here in Canada,
beaches.
if I was like, "Oh, there was a train," they're like, "Too bad." I'm like, "Okay,"
Okay.
because they could excuse you. They had the option to.
Yeah, but no, they said no.
They were like,
They didn't want
tough, leave early." I'm like, "But sometimes the train comes a couple minutes. Some trains are usually pretty accurate, but sometimes they're 3 minutes
They're-
early. Sometimes they're 3
yeah,
minutes
that's
late,
true.
and it can be all the difference."
It can be all the difference. Yeah. How's the house in Florida doing? Is it
No idea.
not a clue?
But
What's even going on down there?
Who knows?
Are the windows sealed at least?
Who knows? I'm pretty sure they are.
Okay, as long as the front door is shut and the windows
You
are
could
sealed,
you could go live there. You could.
it's livable. It's livable.
But the kitchen isn't complete. I know that.
okay, well that's okay.
But there's like
I-
basic necessities like a microwave and like a fridge.
you can get by. Microwave and a fridge.
Maybe a stove. I'm not sure about that one.
Okay, you can get by with that.
Dishwasher,
But-
hard maybe.
But I don't think Florida's anywhere you want to be.
Not right now.
No, it's quite the wild west out there right now.
The wild east, southeast.
The wild southeast. Yeah. Okay.
The
that's good to
panhandle of
know.
the U.S. is
The panhandle.
because if you picture the U.S., the U.S. is sort of roughly, very roughly pan-shaped.
Very
And then
rough.
Florida's like the handle on the pan.
Yeah, okay.
I don't really know why. It's kind of a stupid name.
I guess
They could just call it the handle, but whatever.
They like it, and that's all that matters. Okay, as long as the front door is shut and the windows are closed, that's pretty good. You're not getting any hurricanes ripping through the windows.
Tornadoes
Right, no,
inside the
no.
house.
Yeah, it's not what you want. Yeah, we're at the 35-minute mark. What else is going on?
Nothing.
Huh?
Just
I don't
work.
even know. Just it's raining here.
It's raining
That's
here.
why my mind picturing Florida is nice sunny beaches, nice and warm, a nice 27 degrees, maybe even 32 if you want to go into the water. That's a nice temperature.
You cannot enter the water in these times.
No.
It is freezing.
No, not now. I mean like in the summer.
Yeah.
A nice 32-degree day.
Everyone
Going
always
into the
pictures
water.
Florida as like always sunny, beautiful, like LA, but it would rain hard there. Like
Yeah,
harder than
I
I've
think-
ever seen it rain here.
Yeah, Florida is definitely Florida's a rainy.
Like trees would be bending, getting thrashed around, things would be getting
Yeah.
thrown around. Rain was coming down like hard. I remember one time we
Yeah.
were driving down there, we were passing through Georgia to get to Florida. We're on the
Uh-huh.
highway,
Uh-huh.
and it was raining so hard. People were pulling over with their four-ways on.
Yeah.
And the rain was so heavy and like so there's such a volume of rain on your windshield. Our
Yeah.
wipers flew off the car
Yeah, that's no fun. That is
because I
no
guess
fun.
the rain was so heavy on the windshield, the wipers like
Right.
bent and then they just went think right off.
Yeah, you can't even because all that water is so heavy for them. They can't even. Yeah.
It was raining so hard. I always remember that. It
That
sounded
is
like
crazy.
someone was dropping thousands of marbles on the roof of the car.
Yeah, that is. It
was like- It was very loud.
What did you guys do?
Yeah, we had to pull over for a little bit until it. The thing is,
Yeah.
it was the hardest rain I've ever seen in my life for about 10
Uh-huh.
minutes, and then it was completely gone in like one.
Yeah, that's how it. Yeah. Yeah, because I think usually when it rains hard, it's not for long, but it all comes down at like 1 minute, and then gone. But yeah, that is.
I think it might have
crazy.
been like a microburst, like the air like pushes all the water down towards the ground really quick. It's like a random
Yeah.
phenomenon or whatever. But yeah, it was
Okay.
the hardest rain I've ever seen in my life for about 10 minutes, and then it was just gone within like 1 or 2 minutes.
Within 1 or 2. Yeah, no, that is crazy. It's for the wipers to fly off. That's heavy.
Yeah,
That's
all the
heavy.
trucks were pulled over. I imagine
Yeah,
they're all
you
getting on the
can't
CB going, boys, just
Mhm.
stay at the truck stop. You don't want to be out here.
You don't want to be out. You gotta stay there.
God's
Yeah, 'cause, like,
open up the
you can imagine,
skies.
like all that. It's like being in a car wash, where all that water
Yeah,
is
that was
just
quite the journey.
so much. You can't see a thing. Not even with wipers. Those can't even clear it off quick enough.
Ooh, Hoffman, you cut
Pretty
out.
crazy. It's pretty crazy. It's no LA, where it's just dry all the
Hoffman?
time. What else? You got another crazy Florida story to end us out? Oh, apparently I cut out. Let me see. Can you hear me now, Carson? This is the fun of doing shows that are online, because the internet is not a friend. I got a message, Carson. Let's see. Hello?
There you are, Hoss.
There we go.
Where were we? Something
I
about
don't
God's
know.
opening the skies
We
up.
can leave that in, though. We can leave that in. I don't know what you were saying, but I was explaining that doing things online, there's the issues, there's problems. I was asking if you had another Florida story to end us out.
A Florida
No.
story to end us out.
If you got one in the dome. If not, we're at 40 minutes.
Oh,
so
there's
we're
a
good.
bunch.
Okay.
I'm trying to pick
We-
which one.
Do we do it now, or do we save it and do a full episode?
I'll give a less exciting one now.
All right.
So
and then we'll
stay
do a
on the
full
topic. Stay on the topic of sort of like hurricanes and rain and
episode. Yeah.
storms and stuff.
Right.
I remember one night we're in the house and it was really windy out,
Mhm.
and I think there was a hurricane that was supposed to be passing by somewhere around there that time.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I remember we had a like gazebo thing outside. Not what can you call it a gazebo? It's like a sort of like tent gazebo thingy, you know? It's got like
Yeah,
poles
okay.
and fabric over so you
Yeah,
can sit
yeah, yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
And it had netting to keep like bugs out and stuff. It was pretty awesome.
Right.
I enjoyed it.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, its time had come
Yeah.
because it was really windy out and it was not anchored down well enough. I guess.
Yeah.
And in the
So
middle of the night, you could just hear it crash, and it came flying through one of the windows
Jesus.
of the house, full speed, metal leg first, right through the window.
God. Yeah, that's sketch.
So then, yeah, in the middle of the storm, while it's raining through the now broken window and the wind's blowing, my
Mhm.
dad and my mom had to go downstairs and like push it back out of the window
Oh my
and like
God.
tie it up and like throw it in the garage or something,
Yeah.
and just like throw cardboard over the window or something or something to just keep the rain out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's a mess.
when they went down there, my dad was pushing the stuff out of the window and like clean up the glass and stuff. And I guess a
Right.
spider got in on the. I guess
Yeah.
it was hiding in the tent while it was raining, right? And then when it got blown in,
Yeah.
it fell through the window.
Yeah.
And my dad just screamed so loud because it was this huge spider. It was like probably the size of a softball, maybe a bit bigger. It was a
God,
pretty
they don't-
big thing.
Because bugs don't
Like
die
legs
in
included, not the
Florida.
body of it. Like legs included,
Yeah,
was like the
yeah,
size
yeah.
of a softball.
Right.
It was a pretty big spider.
That is big. That is heavy. Yeah, we don't have those up here.
Yeah, it was pretty funny because I just heard him go ah.
That is funny. But yeah,
then
I would scream too.
I had to scoop it up, throw it
Ugh.
outside.
It's like it's not even a bug at that point. It's like an animal.
No, yeah, it is.
It's like an
It's a
animal.
mammal at that point.
It's a mammal.
It's no longer an insect. It's a mammal.
Bugs don't die in Florida. Well, some don't. They live all year round.
Bugs don't die in Florida sounds like some sort of song or something, like an album.
And bugs don't die in Florida.
It's like where bugs
true.
go to heaven. They don't go to heaven, they go to Florida.
They go to Florida. They don't die in Florida. Yeah.
If you
because they
kill an
just keep
animal
growing.
anywhere else in the world, they all go to Florida. It's the afterlife for insects.
Like here though, bugs don't get much bigger than like the size of a quarter
Yeah.
at most. Down there, they don't die. They just
I've got
keep
some
growing
spiders in my
and
backyard that
growing.
are kind of big though.
Kind of big.
Yeah, I remember there was
Nah.
one that was like pretty big, like
Nice
like it's
thick
sort of
one.
like the top of a pop can, that kind of big. It was pretty big.
Yeah. Okay. That's not fun. I don't think
It was
I've
a wolf
seen one of
spider.
those.
They're pretty freaky.
Yeah, that is freaky. You know, that's not something you want to see.
No, but yeah, that
That's
was interesting to come down
That's
to in
a
the
big-
morning when the window was boarded up.
Yeah.
Gazebo's gone now.
God.
It was like
over.
ripped and shredded. It was its legs like,
Yeah.
ripped through itself. It was all mangled.
I guess you gotta like. They had to have thrown that in the garage just to stop it from
Like blowing
just
through another
taking
window,
off
yeah.
and yeah, blowing through another window.
Or going through our neighbor's window.
Or if that hit the car, imagine if that just like smacked the car. That would suck.
Yeah, that would
That'd
be
be no fun.
heavy
Like,
body damage. Maybe rip into the
heavy.
metal.
yeah, through the window, through the windshield.
Because at that point, that
that's-
thing didn't give a damn anymore. It was just out to cause as much damage as possible.
yeah, it was just loose, out on the loose. Yeah, I guess that does happen probably a lot in Florida. Just things just getting ripped up.
Yeah.
Um,
Trampolines
good.
get tossed
yeah,
over
trampolines
fences.
get taken because those are like, yeah, those things will just get taken like a parachute almost.
Yeah.
The wind goes under that thing and just fly. Or like I can imagine those above ground pools. Like if you have one of those blow up pools that are pretty big.
Oh, yeah.
I guess if you have a ton of water in it, that doesn't. I've seen some though, like those pool floaties, like just getting. They're gone. They're like balloons at that point, up in the air. God. All right, that was a good story to end episode 11, not 12. 12 will be next. Maybe that's when we do all the Florida stories.
The Florida Man Diaries.
Florida Man Diaries, episode 12. For the special. We didn't do an episode 10 special, so that'll be episode 12. That's what we'll do.
I'll have to
All
think of
right.
some good stories. I already can think of a few.
Jot them down.
All right.
Jot down a nice list, and then we'll be good to go. All right. Thank you for listening, and we will talk to you next week. Bye bye.